Hi, this is Nikki. I'm the creator of Nicki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how to make this Christmas, I guess, hearted Christmas bauble. It's my pattern. I created it myself, and I have the pattern written up on my website. So this video will help you get through the pattern, at least half of it. So I created this one yesterday, and it has a heart in front and in the back, so it's actually two halves that you're creating, and then it's connected with a zigzag stitch. So you first have to make one half, then you make the other half, and then you connect them. So I already have the first half made for my tutorial part. I used green and red on this one. So let me first tell you what you're gonna need. So I have here a shatterproof ornament. It is 3 inches in diameter. In order to figure out what the diameter of your ornament is, you'll just take 2 books and like put them right next to each other like my hands are, and then you measure the distance between the book. That way you can figure out how big your ornament is. Then you're gonna need some yarn, any color you want. This is worsted weighted yarn. I have here 100% cotton. I'm gonna use red and green. And this is actually Knit Picks Dishy yarn. I really like it because it's soft. Then you're gonna need some scissors, a needle for weaving in, and a 3.5 or E hook. So that's what you're gonna need, and you also need my pattern, which is on my website, so that you can follow along. I have a link below in case you don't know where to get it from. Okay, so we're gonna start out with making a heart, and then we're gonna go around it with green in 2 rounds with green. Then we'll go to red, and green again, and then we use red to connect the 2. So, all right, let's get started. So we're gonna start with red to make the heart. I apologize if my camera is trying to focus all the time. Sometimes it's unfocused, and I apologize. My camera's above me, so it's hard sometimes for me to see when it's unfocused. I'll try to be as clear as I can. So we're gonna start with slip stitch and then chain 4. Let's see if I can focus just on the yarn. All right, so again, slip stitch and chain 4. Then you're gonna do 3 triple crochets into the 4th chain from the hook, just right here. Let's see if I can get a little closer. All right, so again, 3 triple crochets. I have a link below for my website in case you need to know how to do certain stitches. And I also have a playlist on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, if you don't know how to do certain stitches. Oops. Okay. Okay, now I have a chain of 4 that I used, and I went into the 4th chain from the hook, and I did 3 triple crochets. Now I'm gonna go into doing 3 double crochets into the same stitch, all in the same stitch. All right. Now we chain 1. Now another triple crochet, which is the tip of the heart. I'll show you in a second how half of it looks like. Okay, so this is now half of a heart. And I see again that my camera's not focused. I apologize. Okay, so this is 1 half of the heart. Now we're gonna work on the other half. You chain 1, and now we're gonna go the same way, just backwards. Okay, so 3 double crochets, still in the same stitch. So that was 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 3 treble crochets. Again in the same stitch. 1, oops, oopsie. Oh, I lost it. Let's do that again. So this is the second one. And the third. All right. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do a slip stitch to the middle and pull tight. So now it looks like a heart with my hook on it. All right. Now we're going to attach green. So we're just going to drop the red and just let it hang there. And we're going to attach the green. I'm going to try to stay the whole time without having to pause the video. Hopefully this is all going to work out. This is for me evening doing this, so I'm hoping my lighting is good enough. Okay, so I just went through and, oopsie, you see that? I just went through that slip stitch of the red, just attached the green, which I'm going to just do a loose knot right here so it doesn't go anywhere. By the way, this is the yarn that we dropped, so that's where I attach it to. Okay, so now we're going to go into the next round. So this is how far we are right now. Okay, so now we're gonna, so you can see it here. So this is where we are right now. We did the heart. Now we're gonna go into the first row of green. There's 2 rows of green back to back, and then we go back to red. Okay, so we need to chain 1, and now make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Now we're gonna go and do, I'm looking at my pattern at the same time here. Let's see, oh no, we're chaining 2, I guess, I'm sorry. Okay, we chain 2. Let me see, where am I? I'm a little lost here on my paper. Oh, sorry, I just realized what I did. We were right, I was right with chain 1. Okay, so we're chaining 1, and now we're gonna go in a back loop only. Okay, let me just kind of loosen this up so you can see this. Okay, so let's see if I can come a little closer so you can see this. All right, so you can see there's a V here every time. So the back loop is the one that way, so this one. So the front would be where my thumb is. Okay, so the back loop. So we're going into the back loop only, all the way around, single crochet. Okay, should be 20 of them. So again, just the back loop. It kind of lifts the heart up a little bit and makes it kind of like a small 3D effect, I guess. So all the way around. You see, you guys are still focused? All right. I haven't made that many videos, so I'm hoping I'm doing good. This is my first full tutorial on a pattern that I created. A little nervous, so that's why I'm missing some stuff sometimes, but I'll fix it up. All right. Almost there. Oops. Okay, so just so you know, this is the chain 3 that we did earlier. We're still going to use that to go around it. Okay, now that we went all the way around, we're gonna, I usually count, so let me see if I'm gonna count real quick to make sure it's the right number. So this is the chain 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yay, I did that right. All right, and then you slip stitch into the first single crochet, not into the chain, this first single crochet. Okay, so we're done with that part. Now we're going to go to the next row, but it's still green. So here's where we do a chain 2, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch right here, and then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to skip the next one. So I chained 2, I did 2 double crochets into the same stitch. We're going to skip this chain right here, or this stitch, and now we're going to do 2 double crochets into this stitch right here. So again, I chained 1 up here. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, okay, skip a stitch, 2 double crochets, and I'm out of focus again, I'm very sorry. There you go. And I have to try to not move. Maybe my camera will work with me then. All right, let's keep going. I could fast forward on these parts, but it's such a small part. I feel like it's more work to do that. Okay. I like to crochet in silence, so I hope you guys are okay with that. Alright, we're all the way, almost all the way around. Are we still focused? Yep. Stay the same way. So 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and skip a stitch, and then you repeat it all the way around. All right. Okay, and chain 1. Okay, now we're gonna do a slip stitch to the first one, like that. Okay, so this is how it looks like for right now. Now we're gonna pick up our red yarn from the bottom, and we'll drop our green. I'm gonna put my green on the side here. Here's my red one. See that? This is the red that I dropped earlier, that I tied it to the green. And now, actually, I'm gonna do this. So what I like to do is, instead of slip stitch with the green, I go to the back loop only and do the red one as a slip stitch, like that. I pull the green. See that? I went through the back loop only, and then I do another slip stitch of red when I'm not dropping the yarn here. That way it doesn't, it's like a perfect transition, I guess you want to say. Okay, you can help tight, pull the green one in the back. Okay, so now we're working on red. Let's see, I almost sneezed here. Okay, we chain 1 now. So let's see, I'll just compare it with this so you guys can see where I am. Whoops, you guys are not there. Here we are. Okay, so we're on the green part right here. Okay, so now we're going to work on the red part up there. Okay, so the red part would be, we're doing a, let's see how we see that best. So we're going to do, these are all half double crochets on the red part right here. So we have a 1 half double crochet between the 2 double crochets from the previous round. And we're going to do 3 half double crochets into the space in between. Okay, so chain 1, and we're going to do a 1 half double crochet into between the 2 double crochets, and now we're going to do 3 half double crochets into that space. Again, 1 half double crochet between the 2 double crochets from the previous round, and in that space you're going to do 3 half double crochets, and you do that all the way around. Alright, trying to do it a little faster so you guys don't have to wait on me. If you guys want to pause it, that's fine, and come back to the video. My nose is a little runny, sorry. Oops. Okay, almost there. I lost it again. See, do you guys still see me? Yeah. Alright. Oh, I lost my ball. That's a ball of yarn, but that's alright. It's on the ground now. Alright. Okay. Last set here. Okay, I have my green one in the back here. I need to make sure I leave that on the side. Oops. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did earlier. We're going to slip stitch, but this time we're going to drop the red. Let me pick up my ball of yarn. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. Okay, we're going to drop the red. And we're going back to the green. Okay, so this is where we are. Okay, so my hook is in the back loop of the first stitch. I'm going to pick up the green and do the slip stitch. I'm going to pull on the red. And then I'm going to do another slip stitch so it's a nicer transition. Okay, like that. Okay, now let's see. Now we are going to go into the next round. So let's see if you guys can see that where we are. So we did the red part right there. Now we're going to the green part. So those ones are, my nose is running. Those are half double crochets again. Those are 3 of them, but they're split into 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. So chain 1, Trying to figure out where I am on my paper here. Alright, I'm going to pause this for a second, so I'm going to blow my nose because it's running and it's probably annoying you guys, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, you guys. Alright, I just realized I told you something wrong. So after the round of half double crochets, we're going to work on double crochets. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to place a double crochet into the same stitch, and then you're going to do on the next stitch or space, I guess, you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 1, and then we're going to repeat that. So in the space between the 3 half double crochets and that 1 double crochet, so can you see that? So this is a 3 half double crochets, here's 1 half double crochet, so right in between, see that right here, you're going to put 1 double crochet, then in the next space right here behind the half double crochet, you're going to do 2 double crochets and then chain 1. Okay, we're going to do that again, so we're skipping those 3 here. So 1 half double crochet, sorry about that, and in the next space it's 2 double crochets. And then you chain 1. Are you guys still see it? Yeah. Okay. So again, 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets, and chain 1. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 1. One double crochet, 2, and chain 1. Okay, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 1. Alright, almost at the end. So you can see already it's bending a little bit because we're making it into the shape of the ornament, so we can wrap it around it. Okay, chain 1. Alright, now we're going to attach the red, so we're going to drop the green and pick up the red from the back and do a slip stitch, and do another slip stitch for a nice transition like that. Okay, so now we're going to work on red. We're going to go back to half double crochets, so that's why I'm a little confused sometimes, because I'm switching back and forth. Okay, so let's see. So we just did this row, now we're going to do that row. Okay, so that row you're going to do 1 chain, and so we're going to have always 3 double crochets together. Okay, so you chain 1, and now let's see, how do I show that best? Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, let Let me see where you guys are. Okay. So I chained one, and now I'm going to go backwards in this space right here, just because I'm trying to cover up that chain one. Okay. So I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do half double crochet. And then I'm going to chain one. I'm going to do in this space. So we're only working into the spaces right here. You see the spaces where my fingers are coming through? Now you're going to do 3 half double crochets into that space. And then you chain one, and you do that again. So that's 3 half double crochets in the same space, and then you chain one. I'm going to go all the way around. It's bending nicely. You guys can still see me. Hopefully it's focused enough and it's not too dark. As I said, this is evening time here and I have a lot of lighting, but I'm hoping you guys can see it well. Okay. I'm trying to improve myself every time I do videos. Hopefully it's getting better. Feel free to leave me some comments below if there's anything I should improve upon, because sometimes as the person making the video, you sometimes don't see those little flaws. Be respectful though, I appreciate it. Okay, almost there. Okay, so since we already made one, whoopsie, I'm holding here my green in the back. Since we already made 1 half double crochet right here, we're just going to do 2 of them. So it's 3 in total. This is from the beginning here. Okay, and then we're going to do our transition from green to red. No, the other way around, sorry. From red to green. Where did my green go? Alright. So again, we're slip stitching with the green, pulling tight with the red here, and doing another slip stitch. So it's a nicer transition. Okay, so this is how far we are. Okay, so drop the red, working on the green. Okay, this is our last row before we connect them with the zigzag stitch. But we also have to weave in our ends beforehand, so I'm going to pause the video in between to weave in the ends before I show you the zigzag. But let's finish up the last row for right now. Okay, so we're chaining 1, and let's see, what does my instructions say? Okay, let me show you on this one so you guys see what I'm doing. So the pattern is that let me see, are you guys seeing that? Okay. So you see there's 3 half double crochet that we did, so we're going to have a single crochet in between each of them. So between 1 and 2 there's 1, and between 2 and 3 there's 1, and then in the spaces there's 2 half double crochets. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So we chained 1. I'm going to do in the same stitch a single crochet. I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that space, and then we're going to do a single crochet and another single crochet, and then 2 half double crochets, and then you were going to do that all the way around. Sorry, my ball is always rolling around here, trying to make sure it doesn't go away. So again, 2 single crochets into those between those half double crochets from the previous round. Two. Oops. Am I still focused? Hope you guys can see that. Hope the lighting is good. Otherwise I feel like it's a little dark for you guys. Okay, let me slow down for a second so you guys can see it again what I'm doing. Okay, so right here and right here, so here and here are going to be single crochets. And then in that space are 2 half double crochets. And then we just keep going all the way around. Oops, last one. Almost there. My yarn doesn't want to right now. Okay, so we already did 1 single crochet over here. So 1 more, and then we do a slip stitch. And this time it's a normal slip stitch. And we're gonna do another slip stitch so we can tie it up. Okay, so I can actually cut my red. Alright, so this is what we did so far. Okay, so we have now 2 halves. Okay, let's see, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see it better. So we have 2 halves. I'm going to weave in these ends real quick, and then we're going to connect the 2 together with, let's see, let me show you that it actually fits in here. Okay, like this. And we're going to do a zigzag stitch all the way around here. Okay, so let me weave these ends in real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now we're gonna try to attach the 2. So now this is actually the part where it's a hint difficult. So I would definitely say this is not a beginner stitch. However, once you figured it out how it works, it's not that hard. I think the hardest part is to kind of hold this together so it doesn't slip around, because it's kind of, you know, moves quite a bit. So let me explain to you. So I attached the yarn. Let's start without the ornament for right now. So I touched the red yarn, and then I weaved it in so it won't bother me, and then I did a slip stitch right at the point of where the green stopped. Let me see, can you guys see that? I'm going to try to get a little bit more lighting in here. Okay, I think it's a hint better. Okay, so again, I did a little slip stitch, and I chained 1, and right at the same point where we stopped on this one, I don't know if you can really see, but there's a little knot. So that's where we're going to attach it now. So again, we're doing a zigzag stitch. So you chain 1. So this is how it works. So the zigzag stitch that I'm making is you chain 1, you single crochet to the opposite side, then you chain 2, you let it go, you let the chain go, and you go with the yarn from this side in, and you pick it back up, pull through, and then you repeat the pattern. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So again, I chained 1, single crochet to the opposite side, like that. Okay, can you guys see that? Let me zoom in again. Okay, and then I chain 2, 1, 2, and I forgot to say that I skip a stitch in between. Okay, so I skip a stitch. Now it's the challenging part. Okay, so you let go of your loop like this. So I went into this single crochet, so I'm gonna let me point with my hook so it's easier. This is where I came out from. There's here's the next stitch, and then we're going into this stitch. Okay, so I put a hook from here. I pick up my loop and I pull it through like this. Okay, now I chain 1, I skip a stitch over here, and I'll do a single crochet. Okay, do you see that the zigzag is starting? So I did a single crochet. Now I'm gonna chain 2, 1, 2, I let go, I skip a stitch on this side. I'm gonna go through with the hook on the next stitch. I pick up my loop, I pull it through, I chain 1, and I skip a stitch over here. I do a single crochet on the next one. Okay, and you do that all the way around. So I'm going to put in my ornament already. So I started right next to this. Okay, that way the tension is the right one. It's a little bit challenging to do it, but I'm going to try to show you as best as I can how to do this. So my last one was a single crochet. I'm sorry you guys see my lights here. There's nothing I can do right now because the ornament is reflective. So I chain 2, 1, 2. I'm going to let it go. Don't pull too hard so you're not losing it. Here's this next stitch, but we're going into the following one. I pick up my loop and I pull it through. I chain 1, I skip 1 on this side and go to the next and do a single crochet. Kind of have to bend your hand a little bit, but I think it's okay. It looks pretty in the end, so I think it's worth it. You chain 2, you let it go, skip a stitch, pull your loop through, chain 1, skip a stitch on this side, single crochet, as I said, this is not the easiest one, but it looks really pretty. Chain 2, let it go, pick it back up over here, chain 1, single crochet. Okay. Alright, hopefully I can do this a hint faster here. Oh, I just went in the wrong one. Needs to go into this one. Let me pause for a second and hold my hook here so you guys can see the zigzag stitch. So I just wanted to say that some people call this braiding. That's fine with me. I only call it braiding when I have a loop here. That way it actually looks like a braid, but this is just coming from a single crochet pretty much, so it won't look exactly like a loop. So that way it doesn't look like, for me, a braid, more like a zigzag, like going back and forth. Alright, I'm going to finish this up here, and then I'll come right back and show you how to finish it up on this side. Okay, so now I went almost all the way around. Let me show you. So this is where we started. We went all the way around, and now I'm over here. I'm at the point where I have 2 chains right here. By the way, it's easier if you hold the ball kind of on your chest while you're doing this so it doesn't slip around. That's kind of how I do it. I kind of hold it on my chest or belly or whichever is preferred for you. Let me see if I make it in a way that you guys can see it. Alright, so there's not much going on here, not much left, I guess. So I'm holding my chain right here and going through. After the skipped one, I'm pulling it through. I chain 1 and skip 1, and I'll do a single crochet over here. And that pretty much, oh, you guys are gone. Let me repeat that here. You guys didn't see that part. Sorry about that. As I said, usually I have it on my belly, so I'm trying to hold it in the best way I can. Alright, so I went through over here, I did a chain, and I skipped a stitch, and then I'm doing a single crochet over here. Alright, and that's pretty much the last stitch. So I'm gonna cut my yarn now and pull that through. Okay, now it's the tricky part, is to kind of weave that in as best as you can. I'm gonna try to do it with you guys here. I think everyone weaves in differently. I was never really taught how to do the weaving, but I kind of did it my own way. I think weaving in, it doesn't really matter how you do it. I think the important part is you don't see where the end's coming out, right? So I would go and kind of weave this through. I would stay with the red here. Okay, just go through a couple of those chains here and loops. It's kind of how I do it. Don't really see that I'm going through here because it's all red. Apologize for my accent, by the way. I'm from Germany, so hopefully, I was told my accent is pretty good, but I know sometimes things come out, doesn't sound right, so I apologize in advance. Right, so see, you can't really tell that I'm weaving this in here. Just pretty much wherever I want to go, I'll go through. As far as I think is the best thing to do. See, I'm doing maybe one more and then I kind of tie it off. I think I tied it off in the beginning, so let me see. I'll just cut it over here. I think this is a good spot. Let it slip away, sorry about that. Alright, and I like to use the color red that I left here, like this one. You know, the one that I did the zigzag stitch. That's the one I'm gonna cut a little piece. Whoopa. And you see, do you guys see that? I'll just put it through here. You can obviously use anything you want in order to make the little knot. Alright, and this is how you make a hearted Christmas bauble. Let me zoom it back out so you can see it all the way around. So here I have 2 different ones, one in white and red, and have a blue ornament underneath, and here's a purple one. Can't really see too much, a little bit you can see, in red and green. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I hope that you like how it looks like, and feel free to share it, pin it, or anything that you like. Again, I hope this video was helpful. You can give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and give me a couple comments or questions below if you have any, or subscribe to my YouTube channel for any future fun videos on crocheting. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.